Welcome to Rebuild Primetime with a new background. Who likes it, huh? As we gather around on this Thanksgiving weekend to watch the Miami Dolphins destroy the New York Jets. I wanted to bring you a special Thanksgiving edition of Rebuild Primetime. So, welcome to the show. Hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. But let's look at what happened last week in the Rebuild League, shall we? Your Week 11 recap. Easy works. Take care of Are We Counting Pancakes. That's pretty much it. We'll look at the standings, but looking dicey for Grant, our defending champion. The Live Squad, a big win over the Philadelphians, a 14-point win. But look at this news. Team Jamad absolutely destroys the Bull City Ballers, a game that they really needed, did not get. This will hurt. Wins and beats Team Royer. That is standings implications you'll see on the screen. And I did not score 1,145 points. That should say 145 points in my win over the champs are here. Looking at your standings in the Old Testament division, Brandon and I both win to move to 8-3, stay tied atop the division. We have a very big game coming up very shortly. Philadelphians 2 games behind us now after their loss this week. Are We Counting Pancakes 4 games out? 3 games out of the playoffs, 4 games out with 4 to play. Not good situation. Team Royer 3-8. Over here, we have a 3-way tie in the New Testament division. Josh, a 2-game losing streak has brought both This Will Hurt and the Live Squad back into this thing who are both riding winning streaks themselves. Team Jamad at 3-8 is just about out of it. Champs are officially eliminated at 2-9. Looking at your power rankings, no big changes here you would expect. Easy work until legit to quit. That should say no change for those two teams. They were 1-2 last week, 1-2 this week, have the best records in the league. Nothing out of the ordinary. This Will Hurt moves up to 3. Bull City Ballers drops down to 4. Live Squad moves up to 5. Philadelphians drops down to 6. Are We Counting Pancakes? No change at 7. Team Jamad, Team Royer changed spots this week. Champs are here sitting in 10, the only team eliminated so far. Well, it's Thanksgiving. That's right. Let's get on those Thanksgiving pants. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. I had some pecan pie and some lasagna. Hey, my brother-in-law married an Italian family, so we got some lasagna for Thanksgiving. I'm all about it. But let's look at your standard staple dish. It is, of course, the turkey. For most people, you get the turkey together. 2 teams are going to call the turkey this year. Brandon and myself, we have the best records in the league. Can absolutely, just like turkey, and be up for debate. Is this the meat you really want? But any Thanksgiving you go to, generally speaking, you're going to see some turkey there. May not be everyone's favorite, may not be the dish they think is going to be the best, but it is what it is. So, Brandon and I, we're in that discussion for best team of the year so far. But let's go ahead and look at the mashed potatoes, a favorite of mine. I like some mashed potatoes. We have a trio of teams. I'm going to call the mashed potatoes of this season. That's Josh, John, and PC. Look, you're going to not find a lot of people to say their favorite item at Thanksgiving is the mashed potatoes. I mean, I will, but I've always been a little off. These 3 teams right here, man, they are a threat to win this whole darn thing. So even though they're now don't have the best record or the most points scored, they are real threats to win this sucker this year. But let's look at our hard rolls or our soft rolls, however you like your bread in any way, shape, or form. It's going to be at Thanksgiving. And James is that guy this year. He is just hanging around. He is there. He is something you can get. Looks to continue this into December. He's now game out of the playoff race right now, but still very much in the mix. Oh, the veggies. Oh, Grant's going to be our veggies this year. This man never misses the playoffs. He is at every single Thanksgiving. The veggies are at every single Thanksgiving. But guess what? There are some days, don't tell my mother, I skip the veggies. Load up with the rolls, load up with the mashed potatoes and the turkey and the desserts, and you leave the veggies to the side. We might just leave Grant to the side this year because at 4-7, playoffs are not looking good right now. And finally, we need some dessert. We have 3 teams that are classified as dessert this year. Nate, Mike, and Team Jamad. These 3 teams are going to miss the playoffs this year. But look, could we have a leave without them? We could not. What is Thanksgiving without dessert? Just a bunch of peoples hanging out with people they may or may not like eating dinner. I mean, that's not exciting. Get the dessert in here. We like that. We like our Mikes. We like our Nace. We like our Team Jamads. Look, tough season for those teams, but we absolutely need them around. We're glad you guys are in the league. Let's look at our Week 12 preview. The Bull City Ballers taking on the Philadelphians. A massive game for 2 teams that lost last week. And look, only 4 teams are making the playoffs. You've got to keep winning in this league. Josh won their Week 3 matchup, and Josh is a 26-point favorite currently in this game. This Will Hurt is taking on the champs are here. John, looking at another win. He won this game in Week 3. Heavy favorite to win again here in Week 12. Team Jamad taking on Team Royer. One of these teams will actually not be officially eliminated from the playoffs. One will after this game. Team Jamad won their earlier game. Team Jamad is a 12-point favorite. And then finally, are we counting Pancakes versus Tua Lidgequit? I find some humor in this matchup. I could be the one to really put a dagger in Grant season after just running down my roster early on in the season. If you remember, I was able to win our week 3 game, a relatively close game, was able to win that one. I am currently an 11-point favorite here, but there is only one choice for your game of the week. The live squad, that's right, PC, makes a return trip after beating James in the game of the week last week, taking on Brandon. What a game over here. If you guys recall, their week 3 matchup was an absolute thriller, a 131-129 come from behind win for Brandon. Got 26.1 points from Jamar Chase on Monday Night Football to squeeze out the win, and it was a big one. Both of these teams are riding 3-game winning streaks currently as they make that playoff push. These two teams are currently 4th and 5th in scoring. Brandon's 4, PC's 5. So it's a tight one. Look how tight it is. The current line has Brandon ahead 148.7, 148.1. Guess what? I'm going to make a bold person. I'm going to cheat again. Last week, I told you that Joe Burrow got hurt, so I was picking Chuck to beat James. Guess what? I'm cheating again. PC started Dak Prescott, who had 4 touchdowns and 300 yards. I'm going to pick PC in this game. How can you turn down a guy's quarterback just to drop the 40 burger? I don't know. Anyways, should have been a good game. We'll see if Brandon can fight back. He's now down after that Dallas game. Can he fight back for the W? I'm excited to see. Frankly, this person who's competing with the division title, I don't care if he fights back. Go PC. Hey, hope you all had a great, seriously, I hope you all had Thanksgiving. I love this league. I'm so thankful for this league. It is so much fun to compete with all of you in this fashion. And I hope you have a great rest of the season, a great week 12, and a great Thanksgiving. So we will talk to you in week 13.